Hi, welcome to another episode of Foxy Little Nuggets, where the lawnmower of news crashes into the garden shed of reality, and someone from the government says, "Have you costed that shed?" Probably not. We're going to begin, of course, with Andy Burnham, who has officially opened number 10 North, or number 10 Coronation Street, as we're calling it. The Manchester mayor, who's now mayor of Great Britain, apparently, says the new office will shift power away from Westminster. No, it won't. It just shifts him away from Westminster. Power still lives in Westminster, because that's where all the ministries are. But it says it will ensure northern communities are no longer ignored. A noble ambition, but what about the eastern communities, the northeastern communities, the southwestern communities, the East Midlands, the Welsh, the Scottish, the Northern Irish? What about them? Who knows? It's a noble ambition, one could presume. However, it's one he celebrated by travelling around Britain aboard a large government Airbus. Burnham flew from London to Glasgow down to Manchester, reportedly generating 30 tonnes of carbon dioxide and costing the taxpayer £30,000. Had he done it in his ministerial jag, he could have done it within 2 hours. Blue lights flashing, police moving people out of the way, and it wouldn't have cost anything like that, and certainly nowhere near that in terms of carbon. But then I don't suppose net zero is important to him, which is odd considering he's put my out-of-fan buller in charge of it. Burnham, though, described the the opening of the Manchester office as possibly the best day of his life. If that's the best day of your life, mate, you've had a very, very sad life. And don't forget, he's married. So, wow, must have been a real humdinger on your wedding night. I think Michelle, his wife, might want to just check her ring finger, see if it's fallen off. The ring, not the finger. But he says he's going to work there regularly, chairing economic meetings and directing government from outside London. It's a publicity stunt, and so's he. Only not a stunt. Burnham insists it's meaningful devolution, but it really isn't. It's just him trying to look different, trying to be the different man. And everyone thinks he is different. He's an even bigger wanker already than Starmer ever was. And that is some doing, considering he hasn't been there a week. Oh well, either way, Britain has now got 2 number 10s, which is better than having 10 number 2s. But then when you look around the cabinet, there's about 14 number 2s. And you can't polish any of them, can you? Never mind. Angela Rayner, we're going to talk about her next. I did the video yesterday. Did you notice those square glasses? It looks like she's stolen Andy Burnham's glasses. It's really weird. Anyway, she's admitted that Labour's promise to build 1.5 million homes is impossible. She used the word rather difficult, but it's impossible. Can't happen. Will never happen. She compared achieving the target to running the London Marathon in under 5 hours. She intends to try very hard, although she may not actually manage it. She hasn't got a clue, has she? There's no way it can be done. I mean, I said day one it couldn't be done, but there we go. But this is how they're looking at their manifesto commitments now. These are our commitments. We're going to try, and if it don't happen, at least we've tried. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try and fly this plane. I'm going to try and do a bit of brain surgery. Fucking hell, these people. England's house building rate is already well below what is needed, and indeed last year was one of the lowest for 40 years. So, good luck with that one, Ange. Rayner insists she's not abandoning the target. Well, the target's abandoned you already, hasn't it, really, to be honest? In Westminster, in the wordings they use, Westminster speak, a stretched target is a failed target. It just hasn't been officially cancelled, basically. It's a zombie target. Rayner also ruled out rent controls, despite Burnham suggesting that they'd be a good idea and he wants to bring them in. I see fisticuffs at the school gates soon. There we go. The new government's housing policy is already beautifully falling apart. Nice. Over at the Tory headquarters, Kemi's got problems. She's creating what she calls a brand new party full of brand new people. Only really it isn't. To prove it, she's reportedly rejecting Sir Grant Shapps as a candidate at the next election because he does not show unswerving loyalty to her. Shapps has previously served as a Tory chairman, Transport Secretary, Business Secretary, Energy Secretary, Defence Secretary and For approximately the length of a supermarket tannoy announcement, Home Secretary. He's now discovered that holding every job in government does not necessarily qualify you to become a Conservative candidate, especially as you're one who disagrees with the leaderine. Badenoch says the party cannot become a retirement home for failed politicians. You need to take a look around you, love. James Cleverly. Anyway, future candidates must support leaving the European Court of Human Rights, abandoning the 2050 net zero target, which the Tories brought in, and presumably possessing fewer ministerial security passes than Grant Shapps. Basically, she wants people with no experience whatsoever. Nice. We do have, and finally, that's which is always good. I like this, and this is a cracker, and this does really warm the cockles of your heart, or the heart of your cockles, whichever. Around 1,500 beagles, formerly kept at a breeding and research facility, have finally been released to begin new lives. And when I say released, not into the wild, they have been arranged for new homes. Animal charities arranged their rescue. The dogs are now being placed firstly with foster families and permanent homes. Many are experiencing ordinary affection, open space, comfortable beds, human contact for the first time. And when I say human contact, I mean human contact, which is a pat on the head, a belly rub, a little facey rub, a little kiss on the nose, a little sticky in the ears, wiggles, all the things I do to my dog. That's rather than just having a bench and an edges shoved in, you know. Pictures have shown the beagles gradually learning that human hands can mean treats and cuddles rather than fear, and that sofas are not merely furniture, but they're territory to be conquered. They do like the warm bit my one does. If I stand up, my dog loves sitting at my feet. He is an absolute, at your feet kind of hound. But if I get up, say, go to the loo, make a cup of tea or something, boom, he's straight up and sits in it because it's warm, and then he curls up. Then I come in and I look at him, and then he slinks off. I sit down and he's back at my feet again. Or sometimes he'll slink off and then go and sit up with my wife on the other one, and then sits with his head on her like that, basically looking up at her and going, give us a biscuit, you know. And we do. They've been there years. Some have spent years in confinement. And now they're finally out there sniffing the grass, chasing toys, wagging their tails, and just generally being dogs again. And I think that's fine. So amid all the political revenge, amid all the failure of housing, amid all the breakup of the Tory party, 1,500 little dogs have been handed a fresh start, a new life, and a little bit of love. And you know what? That's fine by me. I love dogs. Thanks very much. Bye.